ईष्टं केशवं रामनारायणं कृष्णदामोदरं वासुदेवं भजे.
Jai Gurudev, fellow bhaktis and devotees of Guruji. So, I hope that you are all practicing your Kriya every single day. And I also pray that you are invoking Guruji and Mahavatar Babaji to come and be with you during your Kriya Sadhana practice. You can actually invoke them for any of your sadhana practices. Before you do your japam, you can invoke them. We do it before Om healing. Before you start any work, actually, so that they're flowing with you and their grace is with you. The interesting conversations I've been having with devotees over the last 2 to 3 weeks has actually revolved around how we can change our heart. What can we do to be able to serve Guruji more and to be able to love him more? And about 2 weeks ago, I was standing in the car park with some very beautiful Polish devotees, and they just come off the Guru Gita course with Swami Vishwadhaanamjayananda in Poland. And I asked them, so you've just spent 2 days listening to the Guru Gita. I can see that your heart is beautifully open in devotion to Guruji. But tell me how I can increase my love for my Gurudev. Because that is the essence of everything that we try and do. All the service, all the sadhana, everything is to deepen the love we have for our Gurudev so we can serve him more. So I said simply, how can I increase the love for my Gurudev? And they all looked at one another. And eventually one of them said, through Guru Seva. And this is how we make our heart fertile. Because Guruji is the gardener of our heart. And he's told us many times that this is where God resides. This is where the Guru resides. He resides inside of our heart. And last week we spoke about simply enjoying the company of God and building this relationship with God so that you can love him more. And the closer you come to God, the more fertile your heart becomes. And Guruji is every single day and every single hour and every single minute of our lives, he is making our hearts more fertile. He's throwing the seed of bhakti inside of there for us so that it may become a creeper. And I'm not just saying a plant, because a creeper consumes us. A creeper will consume anything that it attaches itself to. And that is what we have to have with our devotion towards God and Guru. We have to have the creeper of devotion starting to grow inside of our hearts. And Guruji will give us the seeds. He will throw them into our heart. He will give us the plow. He will give us all the tools to do that. But we, ourselves, actually have to make the heart fertile so that when he throws the seed of devotion in there, it has something to sink into. And Jesus in the Bible, in the Gospel of Matthew, he speaks about this parable and he says, well, there was a farmer and he threw some seeds firstly onto the pavement, and the soil was very shallow, or it fell between the bricks, and the plant grew very quickly. But when the sun came out or the rain came, the plant died just as quickly. Then he threw some seeds into an arid land, and between the rocks the plants grew with thorns, and there were thorn bushes there, and the thorns choked out the plants that were growing. Then the farmer threw the seeds onto some fertile land, and this produced a bountiful crop. And so it is with Guruji. How often has he thrown the seeds of devotion into our hearts? But how often have we actually tilled the soil of our hearts and made the soil ready for the seed to actually take heart? How often has he thrown it, but it's landed on something shallow inside of your heart, and then it festers out the devotion that he's given us, or our own mind has choked out this devotion inside of us. It is only when he gives us, or when we give him a fertile soil to plant the seed of devotion that he'll give us inside of there, that it can become the creeper that consumes us directly. So next week, we'll talk more about the Guru 7. Why is it so important? And how does this allow our heart to become fertile, for him to plant more inside of there for us? So, Jai Gurudev.